right now and probably save breaststroke for the very end with him. Over the past 7 years at Cal, we've had some really good butterflyers come in. One in particular who's really good at what he does from an underwater perspective. We've really been working really hard over the last, probably over the last 3 years of translating that underwater success into on top of the water swimming. A couple drills that we do that are just absolute standards for us when it comes to fly, and especially for him with this undulation. We'll do. Okay. Is this better? Yeah. All right. Good. Woo. Thank you. One of the drills that we'll do that is absolutely his staple. He'll do it before every meet. He'll do it in warm up and just in his preparation, just to help with his movement, what we call movement, lower back movement, body undulation. It's something that we call Goran drill. Now, Goran drill, we spell it G-O-R-A-N. We got it from a coach out in Croatia that was working with Durden. And typically, there's several variations of this drill, but it all comes back to just keeping the lower half moving while keeping the upper body nice and quiet. We'll do it typically with the kickboard, with the snorkel on, and with fins. We'll put the hands on the kickboard, not holding the kickboard, not using that as a guide, but just placing the hands on the kickboard and just working through the body motion as they're translating down the pool, just keeping the upper body nice and quiet. You can especially see it with the snorkel, so that they're not pressing down with the hands on the kickboard to get moving. We advance that drill. We'll have them lose the fins, or we'll have them lose the kickboard. We're going to get to that point with Ian right here. And we're just, again, trying to get the upper body nice and quiet rather than having big undulation with the upper body. So many times with butterflies that as they finish that recovery, they're crashing forward down, deep in the water, and then they come back up, and then they get into their catch. One of the things that we always show our swimmers from a catch position is Ian Crocker's butterfly. We go out to Colorado Springs, we'll just watch his video over and over again, how he gets so early into the catch. And this drill really helps keeping the hands on the surface, keeping the body moving, and I think sets up the stroke really nice. So this is the first time I'm throwing this out right now, so he's gonna get to it here. But it's just the hands up on the surface, going with the dolphin kick. This isn't done very, very fast without fins. With fins, it kind of helps that movement just a little bit. So all I'm going to ask him to do is kick dolphin kick up on the surface, hands out front, keeping the head, hands at the surface, nice and steady. We'll see it for a 12 and a half here.
Okay, and so you're talking about doing this at like a slow.
This is not something that we do very fast. This is just warm up. Watch the hands stay up on the surface, the head, just good movement with the lower body, nice consistency through it. You can see, and we can all see it as coaches, this drill is going to be a lot easier if that all we're looking at is propulsion from the lower body. So you can see as a coach where a set of fins would help that motion nice and easy as I go through it. This is not something that we do very fast. But again, this is just to kind of get the body into it. We'll have to come back one more time the same way. Again, just look at hand placement up on the surface. Head staying nice and quiet. Again, not something that we're going to do really, really fast through here. He's already taken it to a couple steps kind of beyond where we start. As I said, we like to have a kickboard and snorkel on to kind of start through that. I'm going to have to go through just kind of one addition to that, and then I'll turn it over to Todd and let him work through a couple drills with Ian on the fly. But the next progression that we'll step through on this particular drill is just starting off with the Goran drill, adding a stroke and getting right back into the drill. Again, the same thing that we're looking for. We do not want to see that recovery crash down and come back up. We want to see it stay on the surface and then get right back into that drill, keeping the head and body nice and quiet. So just have one stroke, middle of the pool, and get right back in that drill. The key begins to see after the stroke how he finishes that stroke and gets right back into the body position. Right up there on the surface as he moves through it. We'll have him go one more time on the way back. Good job. We'll have him one more time on the way back. Do the same thing. Just keeping that, as you finish that stroke, just keep those hands up on the surface and get right back into that stroke position.
So when the hands come around, you not want them to submerge at all?
Ideally, no. Just want to keep them right as close to the surface as possible. They'll be down just a little bit, just below the surface. But I don't want the hand movement to create the body undulation. Again, this works really well with our guys that are really good kickers that fly. They just kind of keep that flow, keep that motion, keep that rhythm, and they're trying to time the stroke. That's probably the hardest thing to do for flyers that are natural butterflies, is just to fit that stroke within the timing of their kick. They almost have to stop themselves a little bit and then get into the stroke. But again, what we're trying to eliminate is the typical problem that I'll see with our butterflies, where they're just they're moving through more water. Those hands are going deep, they're coming back up and getting into the stroke. We want them to move through less water. In order to do that, we want to keep them up on the surface and keep the upper body nice and quiet.